It's Jeremy from jeremy.net. You know, it has been so long since I've posted a video of me working on comics. Some of you probably forgot that I even do comics, unless you went back and watched some of the older videos. Anyway, I am currently inking the issue that you're watching me draw layouts for. And as I've mentioned in the past, I don't do traditional pencils. I do rough layouts, then enlarge them, turn them to a light blue, print them to 11 by 17 board, and ink directly from the layouts. And I gotta tell you, it's funny. Going and looking at these now, as I'm going back and inking them, all I can think is that I wish I had been using mannequin reference when I was doing these layouts. Sometime last year, I purchased these posable mannequins. They're basically action figures with very simple features and anatomy, a male set and a female set. They're made by a company called SH Figure Arts. And I've got a gray male and a gray female. They come in different skin colors, different tones. And what I have found is, as I've been inking the issue that you're watching me draw the layouts for, that there's places where I go and I start inking them, there's just details that are not correct. And I'm using these figures to help me fix them. And the details specifically usually tend to be revolving around proportion. Proportion is one of the things that I continue to struggle with to this day. For as many years as I've been drawing, if I am not constantly checking my proportions, if I'm not constantly on myself about it, figures get really wonky, heads look out of proportion with the body, body planes and muscles don't line up with the actual limbs that they're attached to. Everything just gets all honked up. And what I've found with these figures is I'll go and I will put them in the poses that are in the layouts and take a photo of them on my phone so I can look at the photo while I'm inking and I can see the places where I'm off. It's a great tool for helping me fix these pages, but if I had only been doing this process while I was doing these layouts, the inking would be a breeze. I would be flying through it. Instead, I'm going through and I'm correcting a lot of mistakes that shouldn't even be there. And I keep kicking myself, but you live and you learn. These are things that I know I should have been doing for years. That's the whole reason why I bought these figures, was to use them the way I'm using them now. But sometimes you just drag your feet, you're too set in the ways that you're doing, you're already doing stuff. And I will tell you that posing these figures does take a little bit of time to pose them and light them, but it's still easier than actually having a model set up for a model shoot. And I would love to have the time to work with live models for each issue, but that ends up taking up way more time than I have. Usually if I really need a pose and I'm at home, I'll just stand in front of the mirror, or I will set up my camera on a timer to take a picture of me. But the nice thing about these figures is I can carry them around with me everywhere I go because they can fit in my bag. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's been a long while since I posted a video of me working on comics. And a big part of that is that I've found myself over the past several months breaking what was a long-standing personal rule of mine. I have said for the longest time that if you have 5 different projects you're trying to work on, you end up with 5 unfinished projects. And to me, it's always made way more sense to just pour all of your energy into one project until it's done, then pick the next project that's the most important and pour all your energy into that, and so on and so forth until you get through all the things you want to accomplish. But, over the course of this year, over the past few years, I've been bringing a lot of the same art prints to comic conventions. And as art prints have become a bigger and bigger part of my business, and I can finish an art print usually a lot quicker than it takes to finish a comic. The Forge piece being an exception, that one being a notable problem piece, and I may end up, I'm definitely going to end up using those figures to help me fix that issue because I'm still working on that piece. But over the past few months, I've finished a few new prints, as I showed with the print unboxing last week. And that's the thing, though, is the time that it takes to do one thing or another print or another, it just ended up eating up time that I should have been spending on Morningstar. And working on that has put me further behind on Morningstar, and finishing Morningstar has put me further behind on the book I intend to publish on writing and outlining comics. You know, and all these things just pile up and pile up, and that's the big problem with being ambitious. I've caught myself in the same multitasking vice that many creatives find themselves in. I don't have any better answers than anyone else online that's making art. All I can do is try to get faster and narrow down the tasks I'm working on to the absolute essentials. That's the best that I can do for now. I mean, if I come up with anything else or come with any breakthroughs for productivity, you better believe you guys will hear it first. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like and share them. Visit my resources page for free creativity tools and comic books at resources.jeremy.net. That's resources.gerimi.net. Also, visit my main website, jeremy.net, where you can buy my comic books, art prints, and more. There's also links to my Instagram, Twitter, and other social media accounts. That's it for now. Go be creative.